Hello from Scotland, and this tree, this beautiful tree, just came to say hello as well. Just reached down and touched me. I was just asking permission if it's okay to enter this space, and the forest very much said yes. They said all the trees and plants and leaves, hang on a sec, Pat just disappeared on a mission. They all said, yes, please do welcome. You're always welcome here, John. I just love asking permission. And immediately after I step into the space, it feels very welcoming. I'd like to talk today about our ancestors, honoring our ancestors, and also being aware of our descendants and honoring our descendants, so our past and our future. Just taking a moment to really feel into this beautiful space. So I will be asking some of the trees, there's fungi up there to ask, and I'll be asking the rocks as well. Come on, Patchy, let's go. Come on, Patch. Who are we going to ask first? I'd like to ask the question, first of all, have any of my ancestors in my soul or human lineage, have they been to this place before? We just asked this tree. The tree says yes, many. Well, three. Three, that's beautiful. I'm aware of these three. Just as we say this, these beautiful rainbow colors turn up in the camera in the sunshine. And it's important, so the message I'm being shown is there's significantly different vibrations in those 3 lifetimes previously here. 2 very much up towards the light and higher vibrations, and then 1 much lower. And that I am to honor all aspects. And this is the first lifetime, he says, gulping his truth. This is the first lifetime I get to honor all of those frequencies and to become a whole being, a whole soul once more. I've been watching a lot of Sasquatch videos, and it's really lovely seeing this tree here that's fallen, and it's fallen against this other tree, and it's kind of wearing out the other tree. Maybe that's how we feel about our shadows sometimes, about our fears, that they wear us out, they drain us. So I'm going to ask the fungi as well. Thank you for all your wonderful mushroom jokes, your fungi jokes. Just ask. So you okay, Patch? This fungi is showing me the whole, apparently I'm not to touch it for too long, the whole forest at once. And it's showing me the areas for which I'm to connect with. And I'm going to, and the areas where they're down here now, we walk in a big loop across that road. So we'll come to that. And I'm going to let Patch decide the next tree, because I'd like to ask the trees about their ancestors. That would be fantastic. Well, we have one there, right? We're looking at the tree stump behind us with the fungi on it. The ancestors, they lie at the feet of the descendants, the parents lying at the feet of the children, just as these trees have fallen here. Oh, I'm to ask this tree since Patch has stopped. Let me ask. The tree says that they honour their fallen ones, and that their wood returns to the forest from where they were born, and so the cycle repeats. Isn't that beautiful? There's something so powerful about seeing your parents beneath you, and then once they pass, falling to the ground as trees, and then also seeing your children being born, the saplings, the seedlings, treelings. Oh, there's a beautiful butterfly. I love that some people feel that butterflies and dragonflies, these are butterflies in particular, a soul will choose to incarnate as a butterfly because their lifetime isn't very long. It's an opportunity to step into the physical dimension, into the third dimension, and experience a physical life. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, they are still a caterpillar before then. This way, Petch. Come on, buddy. I suspect, I can feel you're intrigued about my previous lifetimes here. So we know from the history of this area that there were witches, and we know, the most loud history, or most popular history that's known, is the witch's stone, which we just passed on the drive up, where it's a stone that memorializes the witches that were hung on a tree there. The tree no longer exists, and I have a feeling that the tree was cut down for that reason, that it was, it was not seen to be just for those that had suffered at that tree, had been persecuted. But through those years, and I feel just a little bit in the zone, if you like, of talking about it. I'm just being guided to just touch on it enough, so I can definitely do separate videos on more detail. I have shared a lot publicly, and I'm sure I'd be happy to share more. The years, the previous lifetimes were really a pattern of, for me, were first of all being of the light, and and by that I don't mean there's good and bad. I mean that my intentions, my mission was to support people for the greater good, and that life ended sadly as I was persecuted, and then it was a similar pattern with the second life, and so in the third life, I've got an insect buzzing around my head. Let's see what it is. I'll just turn it around. You can say hello to it. It's why I wear this hat, because I'm sure they get really excited. They're buzzing around my head all the time. Yeah, the third was more of a revenge lifetime. So I had learned, not just psychic abilities, but there were groups, covenants of witches in the area. And I'm using the word witch a little bit lazily, because not everyone would identify themselves as that. It also includes sages, oracles, healers. There's a fly saying hello. It wants to be on the video. Maybe the hat's really annoying them. They're like, I can't get in. I want to buzz around his hair, what he has left. And I can't say I'm proud of those, lifetimes of revenge, but I just remember, tracking, as soon as I was able to, tracking down those, buzzing in my ears, I don't know if you can hear it on the microphone, but tracking down those and causing harm to them that had caused me harm in previous lives. And my feeling is that I also paid a karmic price in subsequent lifetimes for that. I certainly feel that's all paid off. It's a big thing in our past lives, when we learn not just that we've been the victim, but when we've been certainly not the victor, when we've been the perpetrator. And yet, when we look across, our ancestry, including here in Scotland, for all the things that we've done to others, to harm them or not for their highest good, or without care for their highest good, that all this needs forgiving. We need to, if we choose, we are helped massively by really connecting with the decisions that they made, the motivations that they had when they experienced these challenges in their lives, or these opportunities, or these key decisions, and never to judge, simply to understand that these were lifetimes that people experienced. They made their free will decisions, and the universe, self balances, self corrects, right? And that includes what we're seeing on Earth just now. We're seeing that self correction at scale. Why do you think so many of our souls, including myself, have come down from higher vibration lifetimes and come to Earth and begun to learn to yield, to remember, and to yield these psychic, metaphysical, quantum superpowers to help this whole world? It's to help this whole world. Okay, we're just going to cross the road here. It's very quiet, so it's quite funny. I feel a little bit like I should be keeping my voice down as I'm talking. When we came here last time, there was a male voice, and it's funny because this place was owned by a guy called David Jameson, who donated it to I think it's called the Woodland Trust. I need to check on that. But yeah, that was really beautiful to hear these mysterious experiences. Come on, Patch, let's keep walking. Come on, buddy. He loves it here. Okay, let's share a little bit as we go. So, massive thank you to, speaking of healing, just a massive thank you to my that's another Papillon patch. Come and see. Hello. Oh, Papillon?
It's a Papillon, is it?
You guys related? You look a bit related.
Yeah. Is it a Papillon? Yeah.
Yeah, he is, yeah. He's quite big.
So is he?
Yeah. He's 13, he's had a lot of grandkids.
Oh right.
But
yeah.
we don't know.
Well, he's only just one. He's a bit lively.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous patch.
One I had previously was almost 18 years old.
Mm-hmm.
They live a long time.
Oh, it's just beautiful.
He's lovely.
Hello.
Is it a she or a he?
A he, Patch.
He.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't see many of them around.
No, there's not that many. I know. I see the odd one in Haddington, and that's about it. Not many.
Yes, Danny. Come on.
Oh, beautiful.
Show yourself. Yeah, you're so excited.
So happy. Is it okay if I put him on camera?
Of course.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just recording a YouTube video. Oh, you guys are in heaven. And it's funny. It doesn't matter what videos I publish on YouTube. Patch always gets a lot more views. Oh, you're gorgeous, aren't you? Lovely.
Yeah, he just needs to calm down a bit. He's
just full of energy. Yeah.
Yeah,
he's still at 13. He's like, he'll sometimes go running with me as well, which is fun.
Yeah. But
oh.
Danny, He's very excited. You mean? No, don't jump up now. Come on, good boy.
You're very relaxed,
I
Patch.
better take him for his drink. Nice to meet you.
Oh, you too. Come on then, Patch.
Hey, Sammy.
Come on, buddy.
Say bye-bye.
Say bye-bye.
Good boy. He's quite big, isn't he?
Yeah, he is for a Papillon, yeah.
Hey, come on.
Come on then, Patch.
Is that me?
Goodbye. Wow, Patch, you saw another Papillon. That was wonderful. So yeah, I was just experiencing this lovely email this morning from one of the tutors who taught me both reflexology and Swedish massage, and they just responded to me and said, I'd been sharing a little short testimonial bio for the courses, and they've been sharing my details on social media, and to Melanie that runs it, and kudos to her, because not only has she gained affiliation with the University of West of Scotland for these courses, which are very non-traditional holistic therapy practices, or should I say they are traditional, they're just not modern. And then I've also always made it clear to her about my psychic work, and she's always been really supportive. And she just said in her email, she just said, you are what this whole holistic therapy industry needs. And well, first of all, thank you, Melanie, for those beautiful comments. And it really, my heart was really touched, and I felt my heart really open up, and I began to really honor more and more, well, both Melanie and her team and the courses, and also my ancestors. I felt that, our ancestors have, including our past lives, have fought and died to allow us to be born. I don't believe in coincidences, in coinkydinks. I love the word coinkydink. I do feel that we're here celebrating and honoring our ancestors, and that they have, our ancestors, our past lives, we've physically left behind, these superpowers and ancient wisdoms into these very trees. Let me sing a little to this tree. Umarai, Umarai. That song feels that it is a celebration of the tree, and may it survive and stand strong through every storm. And it feels that it's a song that I would sing as I placed ancient wisdom, the codes, the energy, the knowledge into the land and into the trees. My last lifetime that would have visited this area would have been 1888. I don't know if, or around then, I'm not sure the exact death date. I think that was a few years later. So it's lovely to be here. I had a lifetime in between, but that was in New York. So I'm not sure they came over here to experience this. Perhaps they had dreams and remembrances of these beautiful forests. So I also have this calling to consider, when you start to, this is the way the patterns often my communication with my guides follows, is I start to receive some themes. And one example was a theme of the sevens. Sevens is still a theme for me. I'm still seeing, things are happening at 7 p.m. There's 77% on my phone battery. And we saw yesterday from Stephen Burns, or at least I did in one of his videos, the giant 7 across the sun, this huge coronal hole, which for me is the 7 is the key that unlocks the so the activity from that coronal hole will then be from that ejection will unlock the larger hole as well that you can see on Stephen Burns's energy analytics page, which I love to check each day. So, and his predictions, if you like, are around the 25th of July, and I recall saying things like the end of July into August, and August being a particular period of activity. So, these are concepts, these signs. Every time I see one, I say, I see you, thank you. I talk about it a lot, tell people about it. If I'm ever in a conversation or I'm next to someone and suddenly a 7 appears, I just say, oh, there's another 7. I keep seeing 7s all the time. Thank you for the 7s. Other themes have been water. Water's been coming up for me, and looking into what's in the water I drink, considering filtering. And it's interesting because they're talking about closing down one of the water governing authorities in the UK. There's a recent 500-page report about it. I was also guided, today about ancestors, and it's really strong. I don't yet know the purpose and the timing. We could ask that question. Just that my morning run was filled with it. My hang on, I'm just getting the answer about why. I was actually told why about the timing, which I'll come on to in a second. But yeah, the ancestry message through my run, and then meditation, and then song, and then it was just been really wonderful. There's a bee following me. Bees that scientists still don't fully understand how they can fly. They're kind of like, to scale, they are a bit like cows with little kind of fairy wings on them, and yet they still fly. So I received this message just as I was walking into the forest, and I could feel a little bit of the, can I say the word right? And trepidation? Trepidation? Why am I saying and trepidation? This is a knowing that these activations, this shift that's happening with the sun, is triggering and this is very specific, is triggering many things, right? Including activations of us. We've heard about our junk DNA, etc. in my previous videos, and how that's where our superpowers are stored, our unique superpowers. But also what's rising up from the very ground, including in locations such as this, is the ancient wisdom we've stored. The ancient wisdom, the past lives of us and our biological lineage have stored in the ground here. So this was a practice that would actually be used regularly, day to day, storing messages, communicating with people through trees and rocks around the world. And I've to come here. I've just been guided just now. My spirit guide, Maya. Thank you, Maya. She wants me to stand about here. And I'm to stand in front of this. There's a big tree in the center, obscured a little bit by these smaller trees. And to sing this activation song. Harau, harau sia, So this is a remembrance. And now for the activation. And let me just show you, we'll flip you around for this. With some dragon-like language, I come here to reactivate and reintegrate all of the wisdom that serves my highest good. Undakara, hiya, hiya, hiya. Muratakara, urakatarara. Miseranta. Muia. To remember who we are. Remember who we are, Patch. There was also a beautiful practice I was remembering. This is an eye on a tree, and if you can place your left hand like this, the palm of your hand over the eye. It's funny, the tree saying, I can't see you. Or you can place your third eye against the tree, so your forehead, and ask, eyes, please help me see the whole of the forest. See all the trees, all the living things. To feel the forest. Inirakata o toromo o sonoro. I come here as a human, seeking harmony once more with the nature within us all. Orata karama iniramatokoroto sono. With all living things, for the highest good, love and compassion of all. Wow, just receiving this beautiful feeling. Thank you, tree. Hope you can see me again. Really beautiful feeling of awareness of the whole boundaries of these woods, and seeing how, whilst water levels are a bit reduced in this heat, there's still plenty of water, especially for the plants that are able to go deep enough. A beautiful gnarly piece of tree there. And this place too, this area here, this mound, I feel this is an older part, an older formation, rock formation of the area, and that it yields. I'm sure one of your questions is about sea creatures, their bodies, their shells, how they one day form sandstone. Also, we see here sedimentary rock, and that they very much live on. They live on in these beautiful existences. Live on in the rock. We have a little touch of this patch. It's funny, it almost looks like concrete. Is this concrete? The answer I got was yes. It almost looks like concrete poured over the outside, but it's really a composite of stone and mud. Wow. I'm just hearing the voices faintly again. A little bit disorientated as to what's up there. There might be people fishing down there, of course. It took me quite some time to then reflect on there's people down there. You can't really see it on the camera, but I think there's a little river that runs down the side. And it's quite funny that they hear me singing away and roaring like a dragon. It's lovely around here. Well, I don't think we'll be visiting the little castle today, because I need to get back. And it's been an amazing experience already. So I think I go straight on there. There's a lovely energy here. These big openings. Oh, and also thank you for 11,000 subscribers. To receive 10% growth in, everyone loves a percentage, right? 10% growth in just a few days is phenomenal, thank you. It took me years to get my first 1,000. I feel really blessed to be so divinely supported by you all, and I am loving. I've spent most of my morning, there's the castle just there, you see it peeking through. Most of my morning responding to you, and I love it when you say in comments where you're from in particular, and just, you know, I know they're public comments so anyone can read them, but feel free to share anything that resonates. It's lovely to connect with other beautiful souls, and I feel that you're none of this is a coincidence or a coinkydink. You're connecting with me at a really magical time, right? I am a reflection of you, and you of I. We're matching, we're connecting at these, similar frequencies. All of us equal, and it's so lovely to say hello in the comments, and I also encourage you in the comments to engage with each other. Being kind and courteous and respectful of everyone's unique perspectives, because everyone deserves it. A couple of people, for example, had some strong views about AI, and you as long as you're being respectful in the comments, then you can have whatever opinion you want. So just think of others. And I really love that. People sharing their experiences. So much of what we need in the world at this time, and so much of what the sun's activations supporting Gaia's ascension will achieve is these remembrances, the thinning of the veil between worlds, and encouraging more of us to share more about the unknown and the unknown unknowns. I was watching a YouTuber today who was he was talking all about his UAP, his unidentified aerial phenomena videos, and he was saying, very diplomatically, and maybe he felt he was being on the stronger side, I felt it was very diplomatic, that our modern science's attitude towards discovery could definitely open up. And we should never shape never say never, John. It is recommended that when evidence appears to us, such as if something appeared in this video footage just now, that was magical and unexplainable, that our views, our perceptions and our limiting beliefs do not get imposed upon that evidence, that the evidence just is, right? And we don't need to just jump to conclusions with fear or rejection. We can be open and say, that happened, I can't explain it. I don't even know really what it is, but it happened, and I feel this is what an open heart gives us. A closed heart is limiting and holds us back and holds us in firm and fixed beliefs, but we know on planet Earth what happens to structures that are fixed. They're not durable, they don't survive the ever-changing flexibility of this world. And also, encouraging us to open our hearts and really feel into the oneness of this whole universe. If you saw my video yesterday, well, we had one with Patch doing an exploration like this, and then we had another video about meditation with the sky and talking to the sky elementals, learning about them, asking them questions, and at least one of you, several of you, responded in the comments by being really amazed at the experiences and the changes in the clouds. And these are beautiful experiences to be celebrated. It's entirely up to you what you perceive. And your sharing with you helped me reflect on it too, and reflect on, yes, we saw some faces and dragons, and we also had some effect on clearing the sky as well. And just because things don't work out in the way that we expected, or even with the result we expected, just allow the evidence, allow the experience to happen. I'm trying to avoid being stung by these nettles. Hello, nettles. Yeah, there we go. It's been really fun taking on this journey. Perhaps you'd like to share with me share with us in the comments some of your experiences of your ancestors and reconnecting with them. Have you visited places? When you visit a place, it's so cool to ask your ancestors to show you around, help you explore. And yeah, like I did, also, receive any messages, activations, ancient wisdoms. All of this is within you already. They're just helping you remember. All that supposed junk DNA is actually useful stuff. And it turns out it might be the most useful stuff in your life. So I hope you managed to have a beautiful day and beautiful week. I am going live today with the wonderful Viviane Heller, 4:30 p.m. UK time, 11:30 a.m. Eastern time, 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. So I hope to see you there with your requests for predictions, readings, clearings, healings, and I'm sure there's lots of other stuff I've forgotten about this week, because it's certainly an active week. But I'm also excited to be picking up my wife and daughter from the airport tonight, so that'll be fun. Anyway, this is Patch and I sending our love from Brockwood, which is near Spot Village in East Lothian. And who knows, maybe one day I'll be running a retreat in this area and taking a small private group for an exploration here. Okay, thank you so much. Sending love.